Priya's Corner. Today we are in conversation with two people we've seen a lot on YouTube. I think who are also responsible for giving us an alternative narrative. Again, apart from what the mainstream channels show, I have with me founding editor of satyahindi.com, Ashutosh, and Alok Joshi, also of satyahindi.com. Both of you, first of all, I would like to congratulate you, Ashutosh and Alokji. You started something, we didn't know how it would take off. Ghar pe hi baithe, and look, you become a household name, I think, on this one. So, Ashutosh, what do you think is really working for you on Satya Hindi? Why is it so popular?
See, many things. First of all, I think people are fed up with the traditional media. Traditional media, in the sense, basically television channels. Because television channels, they have stopped doing news. They are only become the propagandists of the government, and they are trying to all kinds of nonsense which they should not be doing. And people were genuinely were looking for some kind of perspective when they watch TV channels. But when they are getting nothing, because what they are getting there, politicians are there. They are after each other's throat. They are abusing each other. They are calling names to each other. Where is the analysis? There's no analysis. There's no perspective. I remember when we used to do anchoring for the TV channels. The respected spokesperson of the BJP in the Congress and the political party, they used to talk sense. You can understand what the party is going to do in future. So we thought let's disconnect from there. People are basically looking for some kind of analysis. So we decided to not let politicians come and hijack our platforms. We had gone for the domain experts. We had gone to the senior journalists. We have gone to those who understand their subject, calling them, getting different perspective, and let the viewers decide what kind of perspective they want and whether they get enlightened. We are often being told that people, when they watch our shows, they get something. At least they try to they find something, some input for their own understanding. I think that's what is working for us, and I think we are very happy that we could do something like that.
So, मतलब दंगल से conversation वापस आई है. That is the main thing.
You can say that today. These days, conversations is again hijacked with Rahul Gandhi. So he always talks about conversation, but the conversation is a very old traditional Indian Indian method. We used to have Shastrarth, where the civil discourse used to happen. Now that civil discourse has become uncivil, abusive. People are unhappy with that, and that is why a platform like ours is doing so well.
Also, what Ashutosh said, that let's not let politicians hijack. I like that line a lot, and I think it makes a lot of sense. You're also getting people who come from dur se aate hain and on the ground. A lot of on-ground reporting and analysis is there, which we don't see maybe on mainstream channels because they have to follow the news of the day, the larger national news. You take the national and go local. Am I right?
No, as you said, Dangal se वापस आए हैं.
Dangal se
So that's the game. We call it नोएडा की मुर्गा मंडी.
चलो हमारा channel local
मुर्गे
है.
लगाए जाते हैं. तो because when I was doing a debate show on television also, I realized that people want to listen to somebody, and maybe we as television channels are not letting them hear this person out. So let people speak. And the problem with inviting politicians is that they won't speak, they won't make a point, they won't let the other person make a point. They will come with a rut and they keep on going. So we thought maybe, first if you remember the initial days of this new YouTube journalism, we used to do monologues, most of us. अच्छा ठीक है हम बताएंगे कि क्या हो रहा है और ये this is my thought. And people used to listen like anything. It's not that it was not working.
From what position of authority?
But then we thought, and we must thank Corona for this. During Corona time, we got this work from home culture across the world, and that gave us some wonderful softwares to produce content like this. Otherwise, we'd never have thought about it.
So technology also helped.
So technology helped like anything. It's a big booster for us.
But Ashutosh, the topics you pick up also, is it that you're consciously trying to give us an alternative to mainstream media? Like supposing there is a rally, people will say the BJP rally, mainstream media will say बहुत बढ़िया हुई, Congress की rally बहुत खराब हुई. So you are trying to say, let me give you the other picture also, or is your ideology also coming in the way?
See, first of all, we are not into reporting.
Okay.
We are into analysis, to analyze things. So if a rally is happening, we are not worried about the rally. What is the message of that rally? How people are perceiving that rally? whether this rally is making any sense or not. See, we all are ideological persons. We all have certain ideology. But are we mixing up our ideology with our content? That is something which has to be understood. We try to not mix up with that. If Rahul Gandhi is committing a mistake, we are calling spade a spade. We are not being kind to him. We are not being kind to anybody. So, in fact, I am being personally targeted because I was in politics for some time, and so I am being always targeted personally. People try to abuse me. I don't know to name them, but the same people who accuse me now, before 2014, I was the darling of those people, because then I was still going hammer and tong on the Manmohan Singh government, before Atal Bihari Vajpayee government, and anybody who was doing wrong, we thought that this is not done, so we used to go hammer and tong on that. Now today it has become fashionable. आप तो एजेंडा चलाते हैं. So as you are a journalist, I am a journalist, he's a journalist. We are not running any agenda to anybody else. We are putting perspective and people with impeccable credentials. We don't call anybody. We call those people who have got impeccable credential in journalism, or impeccable credential as an academician, or impeccable credential as somebody has served the country as a bureaucrat or whatsoever, because they know their subject. And we let them speak whatever they feel like. We don't ask what are your views, that whether if you subscribe to this kind of views only, then we'll call it. No, they are free to say whatever feel like, except don't abuse anybody, don't get personal to anybody. In fact, when politicians come, I make it sure in the beginning itself, ki this is a platform, we'll be allowed to speak, please speak, but don't interrupt each other, don't fight with each other. So it's a platform to create, to put a perspective and analyze things.
And also about the anecdotes, because a lot of people like to watch, also a lot of your shows are, anyway, a lot of television, also late night. But there is a conversational tone, there's no fighting. There is a lot of anecdotes along with analysis. So like when any of us, I think, go out to a party or a coffee or meet people, they want to ask us, andar ki baat kya hai? Which is what I find a lot of your guests also do.
That's the value they bring. And if you recall, Satyendra started not as a YouTube platform, it started as a website. And it was an ideas website, views platform. It was a platform for views of all kinds and shades. Unfortunately, the other side, which we call them the power side these days,
The other side
they
again.
refused to participate. They didn't write for us. They didn't participate. Even today, very few people from the ruling class come to us and talk to us. We keep trying. Every day we try to get people here and talk with us, but it's difficult. So we find people who are sympathetic to that thought, who go outside and talk to these people and bring their point of view to us. We try hard to keep it a neutral platform and not slanted towards or against the government. Something that we have all detested for such a long time, that why should a platform be standing with or against anyone for no reason? If there is a reason, definitely we'll stand.
Well, with elections coming, you both have the toughest task ahead, getting us the news as it is. Just last word, Ashutosh, before you let you go, you've been a politician, you've been a TV journalist, and now you have your own platform, Satya Hindi. Which is the most enjoyable for you?
For me, I think the politics was toughest.
Toughest.
Very tough, very tough, because journalism, running TV channel was again very tough, because I was a managing editor of a TV channel for 8 years, and I can tell you, in a news business, you hardly get a sleep, because news is breaking at the 2 in the night, something is breaking in the 2 in the afternoon. It can happen anytime, and in a kind of competition which the TV channels are in, every second is very important and valuable. So TV channel is again very important. I think this platform is good, but we have deliberately tried to make it laid back. We don't want to join any rat race for the simple reason that we have to get views or something like that. We had decided, as all our friends who joined this platform, that let's create a content which is good content. People are watching it. But let's not join the rat race. There is a lot of rat race, there is a lot of ranting happening in the name of journalism, which I don't subscribe, which I don't do. You go in the field and talk to one person and get some fantastic bite, and suddenly you are getting millions of views. Is that journalism? I have my own reasons, and I have my own belief system. So we deliberately try to create a laid back platform where you sit, you think, and you decide.
A laid back platform आप कह रहे हैं, but it was ahead of the times. You were one of the first on the field. So thank you so much, Alok ji and Ashutosh, for joining me on this conversation at Priya's Corner.